Welcome to Wagnalls Memorial Library. What a wonderful place. We welcome you today. My name is Mabel Wagnalls. I was born in 1871. My parents were Anna and Adam Wagnalls. They were both born here in Lithopolis. My father moved to Philly when he was 5. My mother, however, lived here until she went to college. This is the opening of the library, and this library was built in 1925. I built it to honor my mother and father. My mother always wanted to do something special for the little village that had nothing done, that had never had anything done for it. So we welcome you. We will give you a tour today. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you'll come visit us. We're in the fiction room at this time. The fiction room, this was originally built in 1925 this is part of the original building. And when it was first built, when the library was first built, it was used to house all of the books that the library held. Behind me is a portrait of my mother, Anna. That is also a John Densmore painting. My father's portrait is over my grand piano. It was my favorite grand piano. It's a Steinway. That was actually in my home at Do-Re-Mi Manor, which was located on Long Island. Something else you'll see the original charcoal drawings done by Lord Densmore, John Densmore, and those were for one of my books. I'll also tell you the story of the 4 owls and the significance of them, why I put them here. Every detail in this library was very special and told part of my story of my family. And on the tour you would learn that. The windows, you'll notice the stained glass windows. Those tell the story also of my family. And I'll explain each one of those windows to you on the tour. We are in one of the tower rooms right now. There are actually 2 tower rooms in this building. And I built the tower rooms to honor my 2 friends. The first one being Edwin Markham. He was Poet Laureate of the United States. And this is his bust. This room was filled with his poetry and his handwriting. There are 3 on the wall now. That's what this room was for. He was a friend of mine. He lived in New York City. Another good family friend of ours was John Densmore, the painter, the one who did our family portraits. He had the 2nd tower room, and he was also from New York, but we had that tower room filled with his artwork. Some of the treasures that you'll see are the artwork, are the poetry. Something special that I did. This is 1880, so I was 9 years old at the time. We lived in New York City. I basically grew up in New York City. I lived there from the time I was 5 years old. But you'll notice on the sampler that it does not say New York. It says Lithopolis. Lithopolis was always special to our family. We're in the vestibule just outside the theater. I wanted to show you a couple things here. This is a painting. It's called, it's from one of my books. The name of the book that this painting was done was called A Rosebush of 1,000 Years. This painting was done by John Densmore. We have quite a few of his paintings. And this book, Rosebush of 1,000 Years, actually became a major motion picture back in the 20s, and it was called Revelation. Over here is a painting of myself. I'm a portrait. It was also done by John Densmore. He also did portraits of my father and my mother, and we'll show you those also. Welcome to the theater. Not too many libraries have theaters. However, my family was very, very interested, very, very concerned with education and culture. Therefore, that's why I built this theater in 1925. Welcome to the theater, and I want you to know that you can rent this room. It's used quite a bit for weddings, for any kind of theater, for piano recitals, for any kind of, there's been movies shown here. So anything you'd like, look into it. It's a great place. It's a wonderful, special place. We are now in the Rager reading room. It's a nice, quiet place to read, to relax, read the magazines. It's also, you'll see the loft up above me, and we'll be going up there in just a moment. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. We are in the loft at this time. The loft was built in 1992. It looks out over the Rager reading room, and it is 5,000 square feet. It can be used for up to 300 people, for any kind of party that you can think of, that being holiday parties, wedding receptions, baby shower, wedding shower, retreats. We are now in the Banquet Hall. Banquet Hall was also built in 1925. This is an original room, and it's used for many, many purposes. Any kind of party you can think of is actually, you can rent this room for that. Such as receptions, wedding receptions, showers, birthday parties, graduation parties, meetings, reunions. I am in the Kid Corral down in the Children's Library. We welcome you here. I want you to know that it is a very, very busy place. We have story hours for 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, and 5-year-olds. We have many summer programs. We keep busy throughout the year. Our children are very special to us. We are on the grounds here at the library. Beautiful, beautiful grounds donated by our beloved Dr. Roller. We're standing in front of the Arboretum at this time. It was built from flint rocks found at Flint Ridge here in Ohio. He also did a 90-room Martin house.